There is a lot of information about interface, but I want to very quickly give you the basics. We produce carpet tiles, we are a manufacturing company, we are global, we have factories around the world. I will show you where in a minute. But what really makes us very special is that we are just not just a manufacturing company. So it's not only us giving us a pat on the back, but if you've ever heard of Global Scan, it's a survey that is going on, it's been going on, I think, now for 20 years. And what they do is they ask sustainability experts every year. And the question is, what specific companies do you think are leaders in integrating sustainability into the business strategy? And I think this is 2018, very similar to what it was in 2017. Actually, Unilever Patagonia interface in the top 3. And we are the only company that has been in the top 3 for 17 years. This is our late founder, Ray Anderson. He was asked by a customer mid-90s, 1994, what are you doing for the environment? And obviously he felt, well, I'm complying legally to the standards that regulation sets. But actually then that led him to a research and to discover that actually a petroleum-intensive company as we are, we were actually destroying the planet. Ray had a vision. That doesn't mean that he had a plan or he knew how to get there. So he surrounded himself with experts like Paul Hawken, who wrote in the 90s a book called Ecology of Commerce, that inspired Ray in the change that then continued, that we started called Mission Zero. And for the company meant to really change what we mean by business case, because he used to ask, what is the business case for ending life on Earth? So in 1994, we set in a mission to eliminate any negative impact interface may have on the environment by the year 2020. So it's a change of mindset. It's about thinking elimination of waste. It's about thinking of only creating benign emissions, operating with renewable energy, closing the loop of the production of our products, be efficient in transportation, ensure that we engage stakeholders, as today, to bring them through the journey with us and inspire you, and ensure that we can redesign commerce, because the typical linear system that we operate in an industry, take, make, waste, is surely not sustainable under a resource constraint context as we are. We have achieved 96% of greenhouse emissions reductions since 1996. And these are figures 2017, up to the end of 2017. We've also achieved 86 water use reduction, 86% for each unit of production. 88% of renewable energy is what we use across the world of interface. We are already 100% renewable electricity, but we still are struggling with gas in our Asia-Pacific factories. But 60% of carbon footprint reduction, this is massive. This is massive. This means that every time we produce a tile, it emits 60% less of impact in the environment than 25 years ago. And also we reduced 91% the waste to landfill from our factories since we started measuring. Now this is 60% of total raw materials used in our products are bio-based or recycled. It means that we are 60% closer to cut the dependency on fossil fuels in the production of our products. Now, I wanted to share a bit of what the inspiration from to take this to the next level came from. And actually, it came from nature. We engaged with biomimicry experts to try to understand how good nature could produce flour. And what we realized is obviously nature has a very, not defined, a very random pattern. And by mimicking that, we started developing products that actually in the installation can have a random installation. Installation waste is now only between 1 and 2% of the installation. And before that, it was much bigger. the geckos can walk in every direction because they have thousands of little hairs in their, can I say toes? And allow them to stick in surfaces. So we're inspired by that, what we created is how can we get rid of the glue that is used in the installation of carpets? The glue means more environmental impact. It also means an impact in the air quality of the rooms that the floor is used. So we created tactiles. So there are these squares that allow you to install the carpets, meaning that also it's very easy to uplift the carpets and install the carpets when you don't need them anymore. And that modularity and flexibility of installation and uninstallation means that the end of life of the carpet can be more efficiently managed. You can aim for reusability and recyclability in a higher manner than if you glue the carpets to the floor. But as much as we are very proud and we are very near to 2020, we realized that doing no harm is not enough. And as a company, actually, we need to do more good. We need to be restorative. And we went back to Paul Hocken, the original contributor to the epiphany of the founder. And he told us, yes, you are on course for zero, but what if zero is not enough? If we said that just being a zero impactful company is not enough, we started in 1990, 1994, and that was our status quo, and probably is the status quo of the majority of the business that we know. But by 2020, we're operating our factories with zero impact. We are closing the loop in our materials. We have decreased the carbon footprint in our products. And now we want to think of, can we operate our factories as forests? Can we think of producing our products from dispersed materials? Can we use waste, actually, to produce our products? And one that for us is very, very important is sequestration of carbon. We know that we need to design our products with climate in mind and the carbon impact in mind. And we believe that we can do that with our next mission. We are near 2020, and we've committed that by year 2040 we are going to be a carbon negative company. We believe that this is the plan that will take us there. But we believe that we need companies to come and join the journey. Climate change, our climate with intent is a system change, and we need everyone in its own chain to do the part. But I want to show you a video, hopefully they are, of Paul Hocken and key leaders in the company that have been part of
Interface has been the leader in corporate sustainability since 1994. So there was a 20-year goal that culminates in 2020 to be net zero. Mission Zero, it was called, and that was Ray Anderson's, I don't know if it was his goal, it was the outcome of his fearlessness and his understanding.
Paul was the original inspiration that inspired the company and Ray to go on this amazing journey, what ultimately became Mission Zero. As we approach the achievement of that, we're now setting our sights on bigger goals. The next stage is climate takeback, going from having no negative impact to actually having positive impact on the Earth.
In 2012, an article came out in Rolling Stone by Bill McKibben, Global Warming's Terrifying New Math. I had friends come to me after reading the article, people who had been involved with the environment and climate for a long time, saying, game over. And at that time I thought, maybe at this point it's actually game on. Maybe now there's enough shock to the system. And so I decided to create Project Drawdown to map, measure, and model the 100 most substantive solutions to global warming.
What we need to do is take the carbon that's in the atmosphere and sequester it back into our products and back into the Earth.
Climate Takeback is what we've named our next sustainability mission, but it's about creating a climate fit for life. It's a big idea, but we have 4 simple steps to get there. The first is really focused on making sure we don't put more carbon into the atmosphere. We call that Live Zero. The second is about using the carbon that is in the atmosphere as a building block to make products, to make raw materials. We call that loving carbon. The third is let nature cool, and that means we want to run our business in a way that doesn't interfere with nature's ability to cool itself. And the last is about leading the industrial re-revolution. It means taking all the ideas and the learnings and the innovations and finding a way to share those so that we can change how business is done.